Well, a terrible thing has happened with the C4. I have to start driving it. I have to stop driving it now in the winter. Not because of the snow. I don't care about the snow. It hasn't really affected me yet. It's been a slippery, fun wonderland, but you know, I have all-season tires and it's been decent, just like any other of my vehicles with rear wheel drive. It's just fine. But today the heater started, or the heater started to stop working. The heater no longer works. It's blowing out nothing but cold air. I checked both the pipes inside the engine bay, go into the heater core, and they're both perfectly warm, so pretty sure my blend door is stuck inside of there. So until I get this thing into the garage, I don't think I can drive this anymore. So I'm gonna park the car here and then have to start driving my Bravada, which also has been sitting for several weeks, and its battery was completely toast and I can't even charge it right now. So I'm hoping to get that thing up and running again next, or I'll steal the battery out of this, because it's got a brand new battery and it'll fit my Bravada, no problems. So unfortunately, as of now, I think my wintertime adventure with the C4 has come to an end. Hey there, I'm Jer, and welcome back to my C4 Restoration Diary series. So it's been about a month so far since the heater died in the C4, and that is the only thing that's keeping me from driving it all year round right now. So now the snow has melted a little bit, and it's not quite as cold, so I'm going to try to put together a hack solution to temporarily fix the heater and get the C4 back on the road. My poor C4 has been sitting here for a month now because my heater died, but some guy on Facebook just said I can take this out and the blend door's in here? Does that mean the motor's in there? So I guess those are 8 or 7 millimeter screws. Let me take that out and see what's going on. Okay, so I just went in there. It was back there and pried the blend door open. So now it is open. You have to remember there's an electric motor on there. Hopefully I just didn't break it or well, the motor doesn't matter, but I mean, just didn't break any linkage or something. So let's start the car and see what happens. Well, not only did that not fix the problem, but I also think I broke something inside of there as well. I actually heard something kind of go crunch, and now the blend door is just flopping around inside of the heater box, and it wasn't doing that before. I don't think the guy on Facebook was wrong, but he must have had a manual system with cables where you can push the blend door and nothing's gonna break. Well, I didn't even think of that. My system is the electronic version of it, so there's actually a motor inside of there, an actuator that moves the blend door back and forth. So something inside of there now is definitely broken, and it wasn't broken before. So the weather started to warm up a little bit, and I was actually able to drive the C4 again, did some fun hikes, and some other fun things. So the weird thing happened the other day. I turned on my car after driving it for a while and the heater was working, and I haven't been able to get it to work since. So how did my blend door move and then come back again? I don't understand. Maybe that vent was the inside-outside air that I screwed with before. I don't know. So, I can drive the car now. It's a little bit warmer. It's 44. It's nice and toasty. So the good news is my AC does work. It's not broken, but I got some new noises in here. I don't know if it's coming from my idler tensioner or maybe my water pump's squeaking. I don't know, but something's squeaking up here, especially when I first start the car. So the good news is my AC is working. It's just the blend door or something in the dash is screwed up, so So of course, I'm gonna have to fix that at some point. But instead, let's go ahead and fix something easy so I feel a little bit better and like I've accomplished something. Holy moly, look at this. This is the back of the brand new aftermarket floor mat for my Corvette.
Holy cow! Look at this. It's already falling completely apart. And it has like very little use on it. What a piece of garbage. It's cracking and falling apart everywhere. Garbage. Garbage. So I'm going to fix it by putting a bunch of duct tape on the back of it. Actually, I'm going to fix it with Flex Seal. Heck yeah. Here you go. And as you can see, repaired with Flex Seal because I flexed it and forgot it.
Of course, it's not perfect, but it's good enough for now until I get some better quality ones, and even the nice ones that have the little C4 logo on them. One day. Well, it's April now, and I've stalled long enough. Time to finally get around and try to fix my climate control system.
All right, getting ready to start the adventure on figuring out the heater issue on my car with probably the blend door motor actuator not working. So I got to take the whole freaking dash apart. It says I need to remove the instrument panel trim pad. The problem is there's 3 trim pads. There's the upper trim pad. There's the part number 26. That is a pad. It's like there's like 3 pads in here. There's an upper, and there's a center trim pad. That's what they're calling the bread box, center trim pad. And there's a lower trim pad. So this says to take out the trim pad. I'm guessing that means the dash cover, the upper one. I don't know what it's talking about. Is it talking the bread box? I don't know. Ugh, so you can see the problem that I'm having here. Trying to figure this stuff out. I even got the catalog out, trying to check this out and all these different parts in here. None of these say anything that the book is referencing. So for some reason, this has all the exact names of everything, and the description is not using the correct names. Ugh. Same problem I was having with my Fiero, trying to figure out how to take apart the dash as well on that thing. Here's a terrible picture of the lower trim pad on the passenger side, the right side, and here's the same thing on the driver's side, 49. They're calling this thing an insulator. Not a closeout panel, an insulator. Same thing with the other one, number 34 right here. They're calling it an insulator as well. So that's definitely pretty sure that's what that closeout panel thing is that they're talking about. Ugh. Okay, I've been staring at this, and I think I finally got this figured out now after reading all this stuff over here. They're just calling this whole thing the instrument panel pad, even though it's the upper one. The other indication that tells me that they're talking about this is when you look at the figure, the only trim pad in this entire figure is this upper one. So it's definitely the dash pad. Remove the right side closeout panel. What the heck is that? Okay, so that took me forever. It's just a kick plate on the bottom is what that is. Do I have a picture of that? It's a little kick plate, the piece of giant plastic that goes down here, and it's got the light attached to it. It's the very bottom piece. You can't see it here in this illustration. That's why it's called a closeout, because it's the last thing that you attach on the bottom. I call it a kick plate or a kick panel, something like that, but that's what they're talking about. Remove the trim plate and the fuse. That's easy. Got that figured out. And then so that's just to remove the lower trim pad. This all started way back here and back here over here. So remove the lower trim pad. Yeah, and then I should see everything. Looks like the ECM's going to be in the way. No, it just says remove everything. Okay. So let's go see if I can interpret what these instructions actually mean to a layman, because they don't make a lot of sense to me right now. Okay, so at this point I have the dash loose and unbolted, but I haven't pulled it out because I haven't seen a need to do that yet. Closeout panel. Closeout panel removed. Done. All right, so I moved it. I took out 2 screws. This says there are 4 screws when you remove that closeout panel. And this is such an important step, you have to do it twice. It's a typo. They have it in here twice. So, blah. Okay, I guess I do have to take the top off to get to whatever these 2 screws are. So I guess inside I'll see a glass defroster hose. All right, let's look at where all the screws are supposed to be at that you need to remove to get rid of the dash. These are all just Phillips tip screws. There is supposed to be one up in here holding this side of the dash in. I've never had one in there, and that's why it's a little bit wiggly right here, but there's supposed to be one up in here, kind of at an angle. Then along the top, all you have are the two in the defroster vent, one right there and one right there. Then you have the center console. It's actually the center console information center bezel thing. I don't know, the center console bezel. It is held on to the underneath with a couple screws here and here. And same thing along the dash right there. Mine is broken. Supposed to be one there. Supposed to be one there. Surprise, surprise, it's broken. And then on the other side, there's supposed to be another screw kind of going at an angle up in there. I'm missing that one as well. So once you remove those screws, it's actually pretty simple to get it out. The front of it is still held on. There's like a little clip that goes on underneath along the whole front. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, I believe. So you'll have to pull the dash straight back. You pull it back, straight back, it releases, and then it comes off. Really not that hard of a process. Just a few screws and a few minutes of time.
So to get the knee pad off, this is the part that has the carpet and the foam on it. There's just 4 nuts holding it from the inside of the dash. So if you have your bread box installed or a bread box delete installed, you have to get all of that stuff off first to get to the nuts that are deep inside of the dash.
Here's the module right here. I can't tell if this is in focus or not because I'm just so squished in space here. But here's the module. There's a screw here on this side. There's another screw on the other side, and I probably could have got it out. Definitely don't know why I have to take the dash out to get to this thing. But now, up on the top, you know, here's the blend door, and it's not even connected because I broke it when I forced it to open or close. Shoot, yeah. So now I do have to get complete access to this and probably my heater control, my heater core box and everything. So it looks like I need to take out my ECM and the ECM bracket and get it out of the way, and then I should have access to this. And I think this is how you do the heater core too, I guess. This really isn't that hard. It's just time consuming because I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so I need to get this vent out to be able to get the ECM out. So once I get the ECM out and the ECM, I don't know, mount this bracket for it out of the way, then I should be able to see the heater box. So there's just one screw right there inside the dash that I need to get out, and then this thing should come out, and then get the ECM out, and that might come out, and I might need to get that brace out too. So let's start tearing stuff apart. All right. This must be the sliding part. Oh, I still have to get this bracket out, don't I? Maybe that's the other screw I'm supposed to remove. I don't understand. Obviously. Put my nut back now. Oh, it still won't come out. Fine. I'll take that rear nut out. Got it out, okay. And I'm putting the screw back again here so I don't lose it. Now defroster vent. This is the defroster that goes to the door. Bam, now it's out. Out. All right, here I am underneath the dash. ECM, computer, just 2 plugs. I don't know how they come out. Squeezing both sides, maybe? Ah, okay, you just the one, and just wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. There. Okay, that's all that took. So then, screw here, screw here, screw there, screw there. I bet this whole thing will just come out through the top, maybe? I don't know. I gotta figure out those screw sizes first. Giant long 1/4 inch extension. Still using that 7mm nut, but I think it's actually a different size, but it sure fits just fine. Okay, one. Okay. It's gonna wanna fall. So, I'm gonna hold it down with one hand, twist this with the other. Look at that, right out of the top. Bam. Cool. Which means a lock. Okay, so I can also plug it back in here in case I need to start the car and move it around at all. All right, this is what is supposed to be moving when I adjust the temperature. This is probably how it used to be hooked up until I forced the blend door to move, and then this thing broke. So hopefully I can get that clip replaced. I don't know. So goes like this, back and forth. So this probably should move this way. Let's go to heater. Oh, it's moving. Oh my gosh, it is moving. So, oh shoot, so it's fine. Oh man, is my heater core plugged? Cause, oh dang. Okay. Son of a gun. So that seems to actually be working fine. Son of a gun. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna have to pull the heater box to see if the heater core is getting hot. Either there's something wrong with the valve on the outside of it, or maybe the heater core really is just randomly plugged now. I don't know. So I gotta take the cover off and put my hand on it and feel if that thing actually gets hot or not. So, heater box removal, I'm almost there. Or heater box cover removal to get to the heater core. So just need to undo this vent right here, it looks like, to get that out of the way. There's a support bar somewhere. There's a lot of black in here, so it's hard to tell. There's a, there it is, it's over here. So this bar goes down here, attaches up here. It's probably a couple 13mm screws on each side. So take that bar out. So this vent, that bar, I've already unplugged the blend door motor, just unplugged really easily. I could probably leave that attached, probably can leave this attached. And then there's a screw here, and then there's two more on the top that I can't see right now, but they should be super simple to get to. So let's continue disassembly. Okay, I think I got my finger on the screw. The ones on the furthest on the outside, over here, those are straight up and down. Those are easy to get to. The bottom left one's easy to get to. The top left one, it's actually kind of on the top, and you have to jam your finger in here along the top until you can feel it. And then hopefully I can get my socket on here somehow. There it goes. All right, it's loosening now. Oh no, it's super exciting. You really can't see anything. So I think I got all the screws out. It feels loose. There is, like up here on the top corner, there's like a bunch of this rubber material. And I think that's where it's caught up on, because the bottom's definitely loose. The top, where I took out that screw in the very, very back, it's definitely loose, but it's caught up here. So I think, so this vent, I guess if I take it off, maybe I can get out of here. I guess I'll do that next. All right, so this is going way inside the dash. It's still attached to a bunch of stuff. think I need to take the motor off, the blend door motor off, and then that will slide around easier, and then the cover will come off. That's off, okay. That's all I wanted to get to in the first place was this motor. Yeah, it's off. I think I just need to pull hard on this. It's got all this rubber stuff in the way. Come on. No. Oh, there's a fucking screw right there. There's another screw right here. Another frickin' screw right there. Oh, well, there's your problem. All right, underneath the dash here. Okay, so underneath the dash, oh, where'd it go? Oh, up here. Oh my gosh. I can't see a damn thing because I don't have my glasses on. So right up in here, there is another screw right up there at the top. Right there. So there's 3 screws on this side. One here, one down here, and another one up here on the top. That's why it's not moving, so good thing I wasn't pulling too hard. Okay, one more screw. All right, I think I'm on that tiny screw. Oh, it's okay, there it goes. I'm doing this by hand because I can't get the socket in there with or without the extension. Oh, dropping screws. Okay, it's off now. Check that out. Holy smokes. You see this dumb thing here? Just needed to slide a piece of tape off the sides of it. I was prying that off. Okay. Now I think I got this bad boy out. Oh, of course, this hole has to go way deep inside. Oh, what in the frick? Oh my gosh, where does that thing go? Oh, this just goes on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Anyways, it's mostly apart. I can do my tests now. This thing's in the way.
In the next episode, I'm finally inside to where the heater core is, and I can test it to see if the heater core is working right, or if it's plugged. Maybe there's a vent that's blocked. I don't know. So if you like, you can go ahead and make a guess now in the comment section as to why I have no heat, and we'll see if you're right, because so far, I have been wrong, and we'll find out in future episodes what the heck is going on in there. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on the C4 adventure thus far. Have a fantastic day and happy C4ing.